How I Became a Storyteller and the Stories I Gathered Along the Way is a story about the journey we call life and how it is often filled with adventures, experiences, and destinations we did not imagine, fulfilling dreams we did not know we had. Back in the day in my youth, before the internet or social media, my passion was science. I wanted to become the first Black oceanographer to set out to sea and return to share my experiences. If you know anything about the 60s and 70s, you will understand that last statement. One cannot study oceanography in undergrad, so I opted microbiology as my major. The fates, however, had other plans. How I became a storyteller and the stories I gathered along the way is an energetic, interactive presentation covering the journey from microbiology to television and radio production, community theater, being part of Washington, D.C.'s 1970s poetry renaissance, known as that poet that acts out his stuff, director of Compared to What Summer Hut, town crier for Liberation Corner, 3 radio shows, co-founding the Nubian Theater Company, joining the internationally acclaimed Encore Theater Company, become the official griot and master of ceremony for the internationally acclaimed African Heritage and Dancers and Drummers, discovering an uncle telling stories at the Smithsonian's Folk Life Festival, telling stories for my mother's students. She was an elementary school teacher, conducting story workshops for DC teachers, performing at the Kennedy Center, the Lincoln Theater, a World's Fair, National Park Services, numerous public, parochial, and public charter schools, the Black Family Reunion on the National Mall, Black Family Day at the National Zoo, becoming a griot master storyteller, being invited to represent Washington, D.C. and the good old US of A in the premier Marrakesh International Storytelling Festival in Morocco, and whatever the future may hold. The performance will be filled with some of my favorite characters like Anansi the Spider, Brer Rabbit, the Signifying Monkey, family friendly, King John Silver, the Barber Rap, One, the King of Numbers, and maybe, just maybe, some interactive drumming on the djembe. When apropos, I select members of the audience, dress them in a taste of African attire, and create opportunity for them to be part of the telling. When asked what my intended or favorite audience is, my default reply is prenatal to ancestors. My performances are family friendly and have been adapted to fit all ages, literally. I have performed for mothers-to-be, as well as elementary, middle school, high school, and university students, and adults in a variety of settings, transcending ethnic, religious, and socioeconomic barriers. I have performed before ESL audiences, non-English speaking audiences, with interpreters for the deaf and hard of hearing. To put it another way, my performances are geared to participants that want to be engaged, inspired, while being entertained, and unbeknownst to them, learning something new in the process. As for why I want to create and develop this story, because stories, especially personal stories, need to be told. They need to be shared, told to encourage, uplift, inform, and inspire. Telling my story with a blend of interactive African stories, personal narratives, and a splattering of historical references enhances the celebration of culture, heritage, and inspires others to do likewise while being entertained. Ashe.